Mm. So my eye. Damn. All right. So, welcome to the stream, everybody. Man, I'm JSG King, and this is the Jet Setters Gaming Channel. And today, I'm gonna give y'all that update I've been telling y'all about. Man, my Barbarian is now level 71, so I'm over that threshold to be in the next world tier. So I'm gonna explain to you my build and what I got equipped and the aspects and things thus far. I've been giving y'all that journey along the way up until level 100. Let's just get into it. I already made content of the capstone dungeon. The capstone dungeon was actually pretty hard. I mean, I wasn't taking it serious as I was supposed to, but I definitely died a few times. But I was able to solo with it, still get through there. Like the enemies wasn't uh, overbearing or nothing. It's just I don't know that the damage in there was crazy. I was dying. So anyway, all right, get into it. I'm gonna start with my helmet. So here we go. I have this legendary equipped. I imprinted it just so I could have an extra charge of death blow. So this gives me steel grasp. I don't use steel grasp, but I get extra damage while berserking. I have a berserker build, so I get extra damage while berserking. I get willpower, and when I upgraded it fully, it gave me 3 extra ranks of death blow. I'll show y'all what that looked like in the skill tree and what that brings. But other than that, I can stun enemies if I hit them with the death blow as well. So I have a 42% chance. And then that I have equipped a skull. I always use the skulls. Lately, I've been putting the flawless jewels in there, trying to buff certain things. But for the most part, I love the skulls and what they add. Next, I have my chest armor. I have this leveled all the way up to the level 5 as well. I also imprinted this one because I swapped it out with something. But damaging an elite grants me a barrier of 2700 that allows me to take, just tank some damage. This also increases my rallying cry as well, and I also get overpowered damage with two-handed bludgeoning weapons. And now I realize that I don't use any other weapons in my arsenal but my two-handed bludgeoning weapon. I still get the effects and things from my legendaries for this weapon or things like that, but as far as me having a build that swaps skills and things like that, I can't use because I only use this one weapon. Like I don't swap to the other weapons that I carry with the skills that I have equipped. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt anything. So next, I have these gloves here. These gloves give me +3 rank of upheaval. Now upheaval is one of my core skills, and it's good for area control and crowd control, things like that. So I have that ranked up past beyond where it should go to. So I'm gonna show y'all what that looked like over there in the skill tree as well. But I imprinted this one to make me do bleed damage while berserking. So if I hit someone while berserking, they start to bleed for 5 seconds. So that's what we have there. So far, I have extra death blow. I have barrier for elites, and I also have bleed. So next up, I have my pants. Now with these pants, I keep these pants. There's a lot of other cool pants and things I came across, but I keep these because if you look up in here with the skills that come attached, you get to carry 3 more potions. So alongside the 9 potions that I already have, I have an extra 3 that comes from these clothing. So if you're having trouble with health and things, man, look for something like this. I don't know if this is solely for Barbarian or not, but extra potions. So how I got 12 potions is because of these pants, and then I imprinted them to have another bubble. If you see during gameplay, you fighting or whatever, you might take some damage or something, and then a bubble pops up over you, and you can sit in that bubble, and it allows you to be invulnerable and immune to whatever while you in that bubble. You could be standing in poison, you could be fighting an elite. Now you can still attack things on the outside, but as long as you're on the inside, you won't receive any damage. Okay, so I have that. So that's 2 barrier. I have a barrier. I have this protection bubble. I have bleed. I have extra death blow. Bet. So with these pants, I mean not the pants. I'm sorry. These shoes here. So with these greaves and boots or whatever, I have extra evade charges. So I need, the way I like to play, I like to be mobile, and this is a highly mobile build. Like I feel like everybody in the game needs to be mobile to a degree. Like it'll definitely help you with your gameplay. So I have the rally cry, and when I rally cry, it makes me unstoppable. And with these boots, they have an aspect that makes them, whenever I'm unstoppable, for 4 seconds, I gain 25% movement speed, and then I can move through enemies freely. So like if I'm crowd controlled and you get stuck and you can't attack, you can't turn left, you can't turn right. If I use this, if I use my rally cry, I become unstoppable and I move faster and I can move freely. So that gets me out of a lot of situations, as well as having those extra evade charges. So if I have to go left, go right, give duck and dodge. There you go. So with this, my weapon, this is my two-handed bludgeoning weapon, and I have it equipped to do fire damage. So wherever I'm berserking or whatever, I'm surrounded in fire, and then I'm equipped in that. I have 2 flawless jewels to increase my lunging strike. So next, I have these my 2 like secondary weapons or whatever. So these weapons, I have the Call of the Ancients. With the Call of the Ancients, I have a 49% chance to, whenever I'm using any of those skills, Whirlwind, Upheaval, or Leap, every 2 or 3 times I use it, there will be another barbarian, like an ancient barbarian, that comes out and he tracks enemy, and then they'll do the same move that I did. So I love that move just because I'm just trying to add extra damage wherever I can get it. Here goes another thing. This one, after generating 100 Fury, I generate Dust Devil or whatever. It makes a tornado. It says Dust Devil, but it makes like a tornado. And it also says it damages enemies behind you, but whenever I use it, it comes out directly in front of me. So it might be a typo or something, but other than that, I get berserker damage, overpower damage, critical strike, vulnerable damage. All that's going to tie in when you look at it when I further explain my skills. And for my two-handed slashing weapon, I just have the attack speed over here. Now, I have the 44%. I have noticed that when you're imprinting and extracting aspects and things, they come with different like buffs and things. So like say like this one says I have a 40% chance to grant 30% increase cooldown, blah blah blah. Look at the numbers where it's by the percentage, where it's 16 to 32. This one is giving you 30, so it's pretty much like giving you the bulk of that that skill. You can have the same skill equipped, but that number could be different. So whenever you're imprinting or adding aspects and things to your weapons, make sure you're looking at that so you can get the highest number or the lowest number for whatever you're trying to build, just to have that extra. Or just make sure when you come across it again, don't just delete it like, oh, or salvage it because you think, oh, I already got this skill. You might find one that has a better ratio and like just a higher skilled one than the one you have. So like this 30%, I had this same aspect and it was like the low number. It was 16%. So just make sure you look after that when you're imprinting your weapons and things, just to keep increasing your build, because they change and you might find one like this says 821. I might find one that actually gives me 886, or it might go to 1,000 and it might have that number. So I would then swap that skill out with this, and it lets you imprint on imprints over and over. So that's a good thing. Now my jewelry and amulets or whatever, I have attacking enemies with basic skills increase the damage of my next core skill. So while using the lunging strike, which I have sped up, it builds up. It shows in the little bar above my skills. It builds up to 30%. Like it stacks as many times as I hit, and then the next time that I use my core skill, which is upheaval, it has higher damage. So I incorporated that to my build as well. And there's also I get life regeneration when I haven't been damaged, so that's a good thing as well. What's next? My shout skills generate fury. You need fury. I've been trying to find subtle ways to have fury with the barbarian without attacking, or just to keep that going, so I could use my skill or my upheaval and things like that. Most of my skills are cool now, to be honest, though. But I have my shout, which makes me go unstoppable, the rallying cry, and it also gives me back fury. So that's why I have that equipped. Next, I have my amulet, and this lets the earthquake. See, this one changed recently. Like this one was when I changed recently, where it was already it was a lower number. It was like for 1,000 or 1,200 or something, and I found a better one, so I re-equipped that. But anyway, this one gives me another rank of death blow as well, and that's about that. As far as my stats, I'm a level 71, strength 610, intelligence 260, willpower 341, dexterity 319. I have a lot of bludgeon damage. I don't use dual wield. I don't use my slashing weapons, but these weapons will probably be my best weapons to use. My two-handed weapons. All this just shows my critical strike damage and chance and things like that. Stun enemies, healthy enemies, bleeding, berserking, all those things. So that's where we at with that. So now, my expertise. Currently, I have the two-handed expertise equipped, which allows me to increase damage to vulnerable enemies. Now, I recently, while progressing my build, added vulnerability as one of my assets. I have vulnerability. I have bleed. I have berserker. I have damage to stun. I had frost at one point. I had these sacred unique gloves. The item power was just too low, which is why I switched it out. But with these gloves, it allowed me, after attacking, it would freeze enemies, and it was great. I love freezing the enemies. Like I had frost power, and I have fire power. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was dope. So I've been on the lookout for more sacred uniques or whatever. I normally just keep them and stash them, even if I don't use them anymore. I just stash them. They may come in handy. But yeah, for my weapon expertise now, I have the vulnerable, increased damage to vulnerable enemies. So that's where I'm at with that. Now my abilities. Let me go to my abilities. My skill tree. My skill tree hasn't changed as far as my 6 skills I have equipped. But the thing that has changed, I moved around some of the buffs and things that I'm looking for with it. Like I changed my lunging strike, so my basic skill is lunging strike, right? So I have it equipped 5 out of 5. I don't have any extra. I haven't found any extra way to buff the lunging strike other than like increasing basic skill damage, but I haven't found a way to get more rank with it, is what I'm trying to say. So I have it to where I get life, and I have it to where now it bleeds. I changed my build a little to add more damage and just get more perks out of it. So I have a bleed build incorporated into my death blow build now. So a lunging strike also does bleeding damage for 5 seconds. Bet. So next up, I have my core skills, which is still upheaval, and I have this ranked out beyond where it should be. I have 7 ranks of upheaval, which allows me for more damage. So, and I still have this set up to stun enemies and also allow me to go berserk if I hit 2 or more people. So I also have Endless Fury right here. This allows me to generate more fury when doing basic attacks. So while doing the lunging strike, uh, each strike fills my fury meter even more. So that's what that buff is for. So for my basic and my core skills, it's lunging strike and upheaval with the bleed and the fury regeneration. Okay. Next, I have rallying cry, and this rallying cry, I have it ranked out to 6.2. Rallying cry also increased my movement speed. So like if when I was talking earlier about the aspect that's equipped to my boots, the rallying cry increases my movement speed by 30%. The boots, while unstoppable, also increase my speed by 25%. So when using the rallying cry, I can move 55% faster for 7 seconds. And then I also have that extended duration of the 25 to 50 or whatever percent for 4 more seconds because of the aspect on the boots. So whenever I use rallying cry, I'm pretty much uncatchable, or you know what I'm saying, I can get out any situation or a thing like that, heal, come back, or whatever, what have you, whatever strategy I'm working. But it allows me to be really mobile. It allows me to be unstoppable, which means like if I get stunned or caught in a trap or frozen or something like that, I could break out of that and then I could get away to heal or just rework whatever strat I'm working. So that's what I have for my defensive skill. As of anything else, I don't have anything else for my defensive skill other than rallying cry. It comes with fortified and unstoppable. That's it. My brawling skills, I have leap. I still have leap. I got 5 out of 5 on leap, and then I have it to gain fury if it damages an enemy, and if my leap doesn't hit anyone, reduce cooldown. Also over here, I have the buff for the booming voice, which makes any shout skill, not just the rallying cry, but it's for my rallying cry, but it makes any shout skill effect last longer. So I have that ranked to 3. I'm sorry. It makes that last longer. So I have that ranked up to 3, which allows my rallying cry to be extended, and that's why I keep that. I spoke on my leap. Yeah. So next up we have I have this little buff in this skill tree as well. It's 3 buffs I have in the brawling skills tree, and my second one is to I get damage reduction while berserking, and I also gain berserk if I leap. So if I leap and hit anybody, I go berserk. That's good. And here's my movement speed is increased. So this is a mobile build, and I found this little swiftness perk over here, and I filled it up to 3, and it allows me to move faster, just regular, just passively, no buffs or anything like that. So that's what I have equipped for my brawling skills. So next up we have our weapon mastery tree. So with here I have death blow on 9. That's crazy. So that means my lucky hit chance is up 57%. With death blow, you attempt to deal a killing strike in between 9,000 and 12,000 is what my strike is without buffs. So it does extra damage to bosses, and also if I hit at least one person with my death blow, I go berserk. So having all these berserk perks is also part of my build too, because berserker is part of my my build, and with berserking you get increased damage and 15% increased movement speed. So if I'm berserk and I have rallying cry and I use it, then I have 15% increased movement speed here. I have 30% increased movement speed with rally cry, and then I have that other 25% movement speed boost. So if I have all those going when I hit the rally cry, then I'm super fast. So I like that. When I'm super fast like that, I can move freely and I don't have to dodge. I don't have to use the O to dodge. I can just move around, and Same effect. I love it. It's good for how I like to play. I'm still looking for a way to increase to get more charges out of the death blow. I currently have only two. I would like if I had three or four to be OP. So I'm still trying to figure that out. Maybe in the next tier. I haven't switched over yet. I made it to the level 70. I beat the dungeon. I just haven't switched over to tiers as I'm trying to get all my renown and things before I go do that. Because I know I'm just going to be grinding, farming dungeons and stuff after that. So I also have these buffs over here for weapon mastery skills. I have I deal increased damage to close enemies, and I gain damage reduction from distant enemies. I have increased damage to injured enemies, and I also have if I do direct damage with my death blow, my next core skill will make someone vulnerable for a second. So I told you I was building that vulnerable build as well because in my Paragon board I have this vulnerable glyph, and I just added that to my build just to have more of an edge. These all came with items. I don't use these. I have this thick skin. Each time I take damage, I fortify for my life. So I think that's just a good passive to have. If I ever needed to buff another skill, it'd be something like this that I take it off of, and just add a little point here and there. That's just a trick, you know. I still have Call of the Ancients. That's my ultimate. Still the best ultimate for my build that I think. I don't use the rest of these. I have the Temper Fury buff over here, which increases my maximum fury by 9, and I also have extra damage for two-handed weapons, bludgeoning weapons. As I told you, I only use my bludgeoning weapon, so that's where we at with that. Next up, we got the Paragon board. Now, I recently just attached my third board, so that's where we at with it. But I'm gonna explain to you how I moved during this board and the glyphs and things I got socketed. Now, this was the first one. I was still learning, but I came back for some of the perks and stuff eventually. And so right here I get plus physical damage. Right here I get maximum life and armor. Right here I got more physical damage, and then I got the gate buffs. So then here I have the I have these to buff all my berserking duration and my damage while berserking. So as you can see, look, 7.5%, 5%, 5%, 7.5, 20%, just buffing my berserk. So when I go berserk, I want to be more unstoppable, more powerful. So I follow this tree up into this node. I got the damage reduction from close enemies. It's passive. I have this overpower glyph socketed as well. I just switched to this. I just wanted to see how well overpower worked. I can't tell really when I'm using it, but I'm gonna just keep giving it a try. And say after not overpowering for 30 seconds, your next attack will automatically overpower. So that's why I'm playing with that. It's completely successful every 30 seconds. More damage while berserking. It's a glyph. I have this legendary node here. My berserking critical strikes increase my attack speed. So in addition to the buff, I have the 44% attack speed and just the attack speed that's linked to my equipment. I have more attack speed when I do critical strikes while berserking. So you can do if I'm attacking more, I can do more criticals, which is essentially why I'm thinking in that nerf. Without this buff, the Barbarian swings entirely slow. Like without the attack speed buff, the Barbarian swings so slow. Like you can't even imagine it. You can count. Then I also have more damage while berserking. That was pretty much the general of this right here, and I just used it to buff all that for me and things like that. I skipped this section. I didn't care about the cold resistance or things like that. I just didn't want to waste any points on that versus me just building a strong build. So next I have this board that I just set up, and we haven't got to it yet, but I'm trying to also get vulnerable damage and things from here. So I also got 4 points to use, so I'm gonna use those, but give me a second. I'll be right back. So just go ahead and add these points too while I'm at it. I got this from CHESTPLATE. As far as Renown, I've done Fractured Peaks. I'm working on Dry Steps, and I did Hawazar, I did CHESTPLATE. It's just Sky's Glen and Dry Steps, and then after that I go to my next world tier. And what I got left, what, 8 Paragon points that I could get. So that's what I'm after before I switch over. All right, let's go use these points. All right, so I gotta work towards one of these. Damage reduction from vulnerable enemies, 10 strength. I don't want the reduction, I want damage. Yeah. Oh, my willpower lacking. Oh, that's cool. So willpower right here. So bad. So you need to meet requirements for these things. So I need 350 willpower. There's 2 willpowers here. So I can just get those on the way. What's this? Armor, vulnerable damage. I'll come back and get these, but for now I'm gonna just work my way towards this. See, now I got enough willpower. So, you know, you just gotta make sure you're doing what you need to get these nodes when you get to them. Even if you don't, you can equip the node and then later get what you need and then get the bonus. The bonus for this is another 10% of damage. So that's it. I don't know if I'm not gonna attach the gameplay to this one, but I'm definitely I'll go do something real quick just for y'all. Oh look, I got ears from PvP. Look, yeah man, yeah man. Stop playing. I'm one of them. Yeah. Hold on, where we at? I'm gonna go do a little dungeon or something, just to end the video for y'all, man. You know how it go. What region I need? Oh, we can go to Sky's Glen, so bad. We're gonna go to Sky's Glen. We're gonna do a little dungeon, and you're gonna see what I was talking about as far as how he moves and how the skills work. Where is the dungeon? Bet. It's a barbarian dungeon right here. Alright. I need to get these ears out my I'll do it later, man. See? Look how fast he is. The game lagged a little bit. I'll show y'all again some other time. Every attack makes people vulnerable. I've actually got a lot stronger since that. The vulnerability definitely increased my damage and strength. It made it make sense. It's a lot more big damage. It's a lot more kills. You've seen the That's the dust devil that I was telling you about. It makes a tornado after it stacks up. So down by my skill bar, if you're watching, as I attack, that number increases. Like as I gain fury per attack, right? And then when it gets to 100, it makes this blue whirlwind right there. And then whenever I use upheaval, it sends a tornado as well. So it's just little tricks to buff to get as much as I can about this barbarian. He doesn't have any magic. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get in where you fit in. So that's the earthquake and the leap. I get damage reduction while sitting inside the earthquake as well. So leap is broken, by the way, too. You can leap anywhere. It's really nuts. What they got going on, man? See, that's my bubble. When damaging the leap, when I'm healthy or not healthy, I can't remember. It makes a bubble. And I can just sit in that bubble and get myself together if I need to. Death blow. Oh, I don't have any. Alright, bet. Look how fast I am. See? He's faster than a horse like this. I'm recording. No, I just spray it with the thing. Alright. What dungeon is this? It's Garan Holds. I have to destroy the idols. This is what I like to do in dungeons now too. See, this is what I do. I just use my rally cry, right? I run straight through the dungeon. This is what I do. I run straight through the dungeon, right? Alright, bet. Nobody's hitting me, blah, blah, blah. Run through the dungeon, blah, blah, blah. Alright, now when I get to where I'm trying to get to, I'm going to have to fight all these people. But in the meantime, I just get to the objective. So once I get to the objective, then I kill everyone and then get whatever I'm looking for. See, the idols is, I would have had to fight through all these enemies looking for these idols versus seeking out the idol first and then killing the enemies. So this is what I do. And all of them are not going to come follow you either. A good handful of them will come, plus whoever's around whatever the objective may be. But you can kind of just funnel them out and kill them all like this. I find that be the best way. See what I'm saying? It'll cut your dungeon time down by at least 10, 15 minutes. See, with Ghostwalker, I can just do this. I can move between these enemies with no problem. Alright, I also have to show y'all the increased damage from my upheaval. So I'm going to do a regular upheaval, and then I'm going to do it after I've done a few basic attacks. And you'll see the difference. See, it's stacked up to 30 now. Now it's a lot stronger. It's a 30% stronger than it was. And you can tell what you have going on by looking at the status above your skill bar. It shows you where you at regarding all those extra skills and aspects and things. Alright, I destroyed one, so on to the next. Hey man, if I don't die in this dungeon, guess what you gotta do? Subscribe. You gotta subscribe if I don't die, that's the rules. Run through, run through. Run through, find the idol. Alright. This is probably cursed. Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay, this is not the right way. I almost forgot, man. Whenever you playing alone or even with people, you know you get that XP bonus for having people with you. But if you're not playing with anyone, make sure you always using these consumables. So just go. I be picking whatever. I don't be really needing them unless I really need them. You just pick one, and then it shows up by your status bar. It gives you 30 minutes of extra experience points. So by 5%. So you can see the duration of it as you play. So whenever it winds down, just add another. To make sure you're getting all that experience. It takes a long time to level. I want to make that as easy as possible. Where the hell is idol at, boy? Oh, I ain't been down here. Alright. Dang, man, y'all enjoying this? Y'all enjoying this Barbarian gameplay, man? I've been building this Deathblow Barbarian, man. I got some PvP for y'all. So not only is it a strong build for you know, just dungeon grinding and things like that in the story mode or whatever. It's also great for PvP. I got over 20 bodies PvP for sure with this build. Over 20. It's just really durable. It's equipped to take on a lot of situations. There is more broken things with the Barbarian, like the Whirlwind build in PvP is nuts. If you but to my defense, the person with the Whirlwind build that I had to go against in PvP was like 30 levels higher than me, so and take that with a grain of salt. But I still think it's pretty strong. Alright, I done wiped these people out, man. It's about time to end this. Alright. See how you just run through the dungeon, right? It's only been a few minutes. So you just run through the dungeon, skip through all the little people in your way so you don't be playing this dungeon for 35 minutes. and you can pretty much get it done 15 to 20 minutes, and then on to the next dungeon. This is all solo, man. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to Jet Setters Gaming channel, man. We is always dropping content. We don't only play Diablo or RPGs. Like, there's no set genre or set game that we play. We play all the cool games. This just happened to be the cool game that we playing at the time. It's not just myself. There's also JSG Mo. He plays with a sorcerer, and he also has a druid too. So, man, y'all just stay tuned for more gameplay. If you're enjoying the gameplay, man, go subscribe, go like, comment. Any questions about the build or anything you would like to see me do, we'll get right back to you. I love answering the comments. So, yeah, man, engage. And I ain't dying, so look like y'all finna have to subscribe when y'all see this. It just is what it is. Them just the rules. You know what I'm saying? You can't be breaking the rules. Ah, I missed. What Siri you talking about, man? Alright. I skipped every treasure chest in here. I swear I did. So, earthquake for damage reduction. Call of the Ancients to refuel my fury. You gotta watch out for them, boy. They'll kill your ass. And that's how you just clear the room. You see, I had all them chase me, just so I can clear them out, just like that. Pretty strong, man. Call of the Ancients is probably the best ultimate, hands down. I don't even need the healing well. Alright. This dungeon about to be over with, man. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button, bell, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Get that content. We dropping it for you, man. We only been up for 2-3 weeks. We got over 100 videos for y'all already. Yeah, and they all quality. You know what I'm saying? It's a balance. We got the quality and the quantity. You feel me? Got how-to videos, got build videos, we got just gameplay, we got boss videos, we got aspect videos, we got it all, man. Yes, sir. All right, man, that's gonna be it for the video, man. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. I didn't die, so you gotta subscribe now, man. I'm JSG King, putting his face to this name, and this is Jet Setters Gaming, man. Peace. I did it, Joe. Yo.